Hey guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to make this COVID vaccination card holder. It has a hook on top so you can attach it to a key ring, a purse, a backpack, whatever, and your CDC issued vaccination card will fit nice and snug inside. I have the pattern available for purchase for super cheap on my Etsy shop, so you can go ahead and purchase that if you'd like. Let's get to it. So you're going to need an iron, some pins or clips, scissors or a rotary cutter. This is optional. This is if you want to be able to hook the card holder onto something, but this is a 3/4 inch swivel hook. Now if you want to omit this part, you can omit the loop piece also. And this part is also optional. I like to make sure that the top of the holder can close up, so I attach a little bit of Velcro so that the card is nice and secure inside. So when you're printing out the pattern, make sure that the scale is set to 100% and make sure that the two-sided or the double-sided box is not checked off. This is the pattern, so you're going to be cutting out these 4 rectangles. For the pattern piece that says frame interface, you're going to be completely cutting out that box with the X in it and discarding the box. For the pattern piece that says frame fabric, the middle box that says loop is to indicate that the leftover rectangle that you will get once you cut out the inside of the frame fabric, you will use that rectangle to make the loop piece. So save that. You're going to use this piece to cut out both your outer fabric and your lining fabric. This piece is for the frame, and you can choose to either have that be the same fabric as the outer fabric or the lining fabric. With this piece, you're going to need 2 pieces of interfacing and 1 piece of the clear vinyl. Now, I have 2 different kinds of interfacings. I have a thicker one and then I have a thinner one. I like to use the thicker one for the outside of the vaccination card holder and the thinner one for the inside as well as the frame. You can choose to use only the thinner one, that's fine. If you use the thick one for the entire holder, it might be a little bit too thick and difficult to work with. I like a mixture of both of them. My interfacing is fusible on both sides, however, it is only necessary that it is fusible on one side. And then this is, I believe, 12 gauge clear vinyl. And like I said, for the frame, I like to use the thinner interfacing. For the loop, you can choose between the outer or the lining fabric. Now you're going to go ahead and cut out all your fabric. So I have my 2 different interfaces. I have my interfacing for the frame, I have my outer and lining fabric, my frame fabric, the loop, and the clear vinyl. Fuse the outer and lining pieces to the interfacing. Like I said, I like to use the thicker interfacing on the outer piece and the thinner on the lining. Once you've done that, you're going to fold in the corners and press them down. After pressing down the corners, you're going to fold and press down all 4 sides. This is how they should look, and soon we're going to be sewing these 2 together just like this. For the frame, you're going to fuse the interface to the fabric, however, you're not going to fold in the corners just yet. What you're going to do is make a slit in each corner of the window and then fold down and press each side like so. Now you're going to fold in and press the outer corners. Once your frame looks like this, take your clear vinyl and clip off all 4 corners just a little bit, maybe about a 1/4 inch in. Place your vinyl on the frame and fold in the outer sides of the fabric onto the vinyl. This is going to be a little bit tricky as the vinyl kind of slides around, but it's definitely doable. Just take your time and clip it all in place. Now we're going to sew all the way around the edge of the window with about a scant 1/8 seam allowance. We're going to sew very close. This is going to keep the vinyl in place so that there won't be any more moving around. Don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and end of your stitching. This is how it should look. The vinyl is securely in place. However, notice that the sides of the frame are not secure. That's okay because when we sew the whole card holder together, everything is going to be secure and sewed down in place. Right now we're going to straight stitch one straight line on one side of the frame. And this side is going to be the top of the frame. It's where you're going to slip the vaccination card into the card holder. This is what it should look like. Now let's work on the loop. You're going to fold the longer side in half with the wrong sides together and press it in place. Fold one half towards the center and press it in place, and fold the other half towards the center and press it in place. Then you're going to fold the entire thing on itself and press it in place. Sew with a straight stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from the open edge. Fold it in half with the raw edges together, press the fold in place, and slip on the hook. Fold the lining piece in half so that the center is clearly marked. Place the outer and lining pieces wrong sides together, and place your loop in between the two layers, making sure it's centered about 1/2 inch in. Clip it in place. Sew a rectangle that's slightly shorter than the width of the loop and about 1/4 inch in height. Then sew a straight line about 1/8 of an inch away from the top edge of the card holder. This is what it should look like. Again, the Velcro part is optional. Basically, I just cut about 1/4 inch off of one side of the Velcro. I attach it to the other side of the Velcro and use that as a guide, so I cut the same size. This Velcro has an adhesive backing, but if you wanted, you could use the sew-on Velcro. And this Velcro happens to be 3/4 of an inch wide, so it ends up covering that little rectangle perfectly. Peel off the adhesive of one side of the Velcro and place it right over that rectangle. Grab the frame and place the wrong side of the frame against the lining. Remember, the side of the frame that has the 2 rows of stitching should go towards the top of the card holder. Line up the sides of the frame, lining, and outer piece and clip them all together. Attach the other piece of Velcro to the one already adhered to the card holder. Peel off the backing and press the top of the frame into the adhesive. Make sure you've got all the sides well clipped in place, and you're going to sew around the card holder 3/8 of an inch away from the side edge, the bottom edge, and the other side edge. Do not sew across the top of the card holder, or else you'll sew it completely closed, and we don't want that. And there you have it. They're simple, lightweight, not bulky, and once you get a rhythm going, you can easily whip out a bunch of these, just like this. These are all a bunch of different vaccination card holders that I've made. Some of them are available for purchase on my Etsy shop if you'd like. I'll leave the link to my shop in the description so you can go check it out. I really hope you enjoyed this DIY, and if so, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!